Doing a bit of a Barry White impersonation. You're my first, my last, my everything. Do 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 do.
Tip top trippers, my name is Donato, and this video I'll be going through the week after marathon training and what a typical recovery week may look for myself. So let's go. But before I take you through this week's recovery week, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already done so, because it really does help spread the joy of running and the story here on this channel. Yes guys, it's Monday the 4th of April, the day after Manchester Marathon, and what an epic race that was. May not have been a PB, but as good as. I mean, 30 seconds off from a time 4 years ago. Can't be grumbled at. Obviously being age 60 now, you know, we get older, slower, but I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you do for your recovery week? Because what I'm going to be going through is not a typical recovery week that I would normally do, but I've been doing so many new things now that it's I'm just going to share with you what I'm doing for this week, because as I say, running those times and doing the training block that I've done allows me to recover in a certain way. So I'd love to hear from you. What are you doing for your recovery week? So I'm going to hop on the tram and head back into Manchester Centre. So yes, heading back on the tram back to Manchester Piccadilly and then onwards back to my home in Worcester, where the current plan is to do a little, what I call jiggy jog, for about 20 odd minutes, just get the blood flowing. And yes, understandably, after yesterday, my legs do feel sore. Yeah, hey, I ran a marathon, and I've been running, just a bit of a caveat for those of you who are new, I've been running, what, 7 odd years now. So yeah, 7 years, and for that time and age, my recovery is going to be very different to a lot of people, and that's why I said I'd love to hear from you. What is your typical recovery week? Yesterday the recovery started, and yeah, recovery drink, stretches, all that type of stuff. I went straight for a pizza, no surprise. That was at about 3 o'clock, and then at about 5:30 had a lovely curry, beer and all that. Good sleep, and well, as good as I could have from you know, the aching limbs. And yeah, in earnest, first recovery day today. So let's take you on, and I think the next you may see is me out on me jiggy jog. And welcome back to Worcester, here along the banks of the River Severn. As I mentioned, today's really super easy jiggy jog is 20 minutes along the river here, and oh boy, I have to say I've never done this before in my life. In the 6-7 years of running, 6 years of marathon running, I have never been for a run the day after the marathon. Yeah, the legs are sore, but I do recall the legs are sore after Cambridge, but I've done a similar easy run the day after. Now I understand obviously a marathon is completely different to a half marathon, but I can really feel the soreness in the legs, and also that pesky back glute issue that I had, that paid to what could have been a potential personal best yesterday. But we don't want to dwell on that. I just want to focus on, isn't it great seeing all these boats out? Yesterday was the university boat race, by the way, here in England. Cambridge, Oxford, and the men's Oxford team won, and the ladies Cambridge team won. There you go, some up-to-date news for you. Although by the time I get to publish this, it'll be way out of date. But yeah, the legs feel really rusty, but this is all part of the recovery. As I say, I'm not doing this video as advice for anyone. I'm just going through what I do. So do with it as you wish. So that's the 20-minute jiggy jog complete. I think that's probably one of my slowest jiggy jogs I've ever done, but it doesn't matter. 20 minutes on the feet, getting the blood circulating and all that. That will hopefully put me in good stead in recovery before I start the next training block. Yes, because I do have some I'll be doing at least one marathon this autumn. But I gotta say, what a change in weather in one day. Yesterday, well, right now it's plus 14 Celsius. Yeah, it's a bit of a breeze, but it's beautiful. I realise I am further south than Manchester, but the temperatures here in Worcester were similar to Manchester yesterday. So when I got up at 6, it was -1, and the Garmin watch recorded at the start of the race, because it does record the time, sorry, the temperature on my Phoenix. It showed +3. That's how cold it was yesterday. But thankfully all the gear, I didn't feel any chill or cold during the race, which was good. So I had changed from my normal race gear, so I had different clothes on, but I'll talk more about that on the review, which you probably would have seen, race review, do the kit review and all that kind of stuff. But yes, so that's done. Onwards to Tuesday, tomorrow, for day 2 of recovery. Good morning, guys. Yes, it's Tuesday morning, Tuesday the 5th of April, 2 days after marathon day, and today the run is same as yesterday, near enough, 20 or 30 minutes depending on what speed I'm doing. Nice, easy, super easy, aka Jiggy jog. But I've got to tell you, this morning, trying to get out of bed, oh man, yes, you sometimes forget that you've run a marathon. It doesn't get any easier, you know, the body still takes a bash, and hence why I'm going through, you know, recovery is so important. In fact, it's as important, if not more important, than the actual race and the training, because how we recover enables us to go on to the next race, yeah, where we hope to endeavour to better ourselves, get better and so on. Yeah, but boy, I was as stiff as whatever you might want to call it. Couldn't get out of bed at all. But anyway, I'm out and I'm running. Let's tell you a little bit more later. Well, as I'm running along here, this lovely lady stopped me. If you are that lovely lady and your husband who completed Manchester Marathon, say hello in the comments below. But yeah, recognised the shirt, recognised me, and said, oh yes, we were there. It's so good bumping into lovely people like you, and it's great to know that there's so many good people out there subscribing to my channel, watching it and spreading the joy of running. So that's the 20 minutes Jiggy jog complete. A little bit further than yesterday. The legs are feeling looser, so the recovery is recovering, if that's the right phrase. But anyway, as the bells were chiming on the hour, I've got a massage this afternoon, which I always have a massage after a race, or try to. I say always, there's been 1 or 2 where I haven't, but I always try to. And yeah, so for me, oh, the bells are going off here as well. Boom, yes, boom. And yeah, normally it varies. I know, I'd love to hear from you. Do you guys have massages? Leave some comments below, because there's different schools of thoughts about massages, foam rolling immediately after a race, the day after, 2 days, a week after, or none at all. I'd love to hear from you. So I've got my massage this afternoon, and I'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Good morning, trippers. Yes, it's Wednesday, so day 3 of recovery, and oh boy, do I feel especially sore today, because as I mentioned on yesterday's recording, I went for a massage. That was all booked before marathon. I always have a what I call a recovery massage, and oh boy, was I quite yeah, the back was very stiff as suspected, which was probably causing the issues. And but yeah, right now, because obviously the massage went deep into all my tissues, is I'm feeling pretty sore, in particular with both glutes and the quads. But yeah, that's why for me having a massage day before a race or a couple of days before a race is a no-no. And I'm struggling a minute talking to you guys because I've got quite a headwind coming into me. But and doing this super easy run, because today's run is again just a 20 odd minute super easy jiggy jog. Catch you in a mo. So 20-minute easy run complete, and here I am at the Swan Sanctuary in Worcester on the banks of the River Severn. Yes, earlier it's quite difficult talking to a camera. Obviously whilst you're talking your mouth is open and there is wind blowing down, so it's like oh, yeah, have you ever had that feeling? Oh boy. But I've been still reflecting on the race and so many positives. Yeah, missing PB by 30 seconds, but hey, whatever. Completely different course to what I'd done my PB in Chicago 4 years ago. So 4 years have elapsed and I'm still running those times. Course was much more rolling. But the other thing that I was really pleased with about Sunday is there wasn't any strong winds, which can often adversely affect your race as well. As I seen this morning, I mean, running into winds like that wouldn't have been good. But yeah, so today's easy run done. Onwards to Thursday. Good morning. Yes, it's Thursday, 4 days after race day, and gotta say, these old pesky glutes are still feeling mega tight. But today's recovery run is another 20 odd minutes. I might go a little bit further, 25 minutes. Easy, aka jiggy jog. So let's crack on. So that's the morning run complete. It was about 24 minutes this time, and yes, those glutes do feel mega tight. I think that's still an aftershock from the massage on the Tuesday, so I'll allow those to settle down, so I don't think it's anything of concern. But yeah, the left glute, which was troubling me during the marathon, that's the one that's feeling mega tight right now. So yeah, onwards to Friday. And how beautiful is this, eh? Albeit very blowy. But yes, that's England for you. Good morning. It's Friday and it's a positively Baltic, thankfully not windy morning this morning. And you may notice that I sound a bit croaky. That's right. I went to bed last night, a bit of a sore throat, and yeah, now whether it's a change of temperature or you know, part of marathon recovery, it is quite normal to get little bugs and stuff happening either the week before or the week after, so nothing for me to stress about. But I've wrapped up, even got a scarf on, keep my throat warm. But let me tell you shortly how good the legs are feeling and why. So there you have it, guys. Run complete. 25 odd minutes, 26 minutes. So why are the legs feeling so good? Well, speaking to my coach, a couple of things. Is one, all these easy jiggy jogs is helping the recovery process as I dodge the seagulls screaming at me. These runs really do help with the recovery, but the key factor is because of my glute issue during the race, I couldn't put pedal to the metal, so the body hasn't been how can I put this nicely, the body hasn't been punished to the hilt of running a full tilt marathon, so it wasn't taken to the limit, so it's going to recover quicker and feel better. Hope that makes sense. Anyway, tomorrow onwards and upwards, provided I get up in time, it'll be parkrun Saturday, day 6 of recovery.
Yes guys, it's Saturday, the 9th of April. I know, I did say on yesterday's that the plan was to go and do a park run this morning as part of the recovery. But yesterday, after the morning run and throughout the day or whatever, and afternoon, I've been having a bit of a temperature. So I thought, and I slept well through the night. As you can hear, my voice is still not good. So basically I decided to not run today, not even a jiggy jog, yeah? I mean, it is still Baltic here. So I know I could have wrapped up, but if my body's not been feeling that good, I think that even a jiggy jog might push it and extend the period of time that this bug, virus, whatever, needs to get through my body. So no running today. So my recovery will be just eating, drinking, and I'm heading off up north today. So I'll be spending a week or so up in West Yorkshire, where I know a number of you are, and I might even be meeting up with some of you as well. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing. So today is just yeah, I'm gonna go and basically carry on eating and drinking, catch me train up north, and that's essentially my recovery. Rest, no running, no nothing. Maybe not what was on the plan, but hey, we need to be adaptable and flexible and change our plans as we move along. Yeah, makes sense. Listen to our bodies. See you tomorrow, Sunday. Let's see what happens then. So yes guys, I've arrived in West Yorkshire, and as you can see behind me, I'm at the Church of the Runners, but in a different location. And yeah, it's Sunday, as you can hear from my voice, still very croaky. And so I'm going to continue with the R&R, rest and recreation. I don't know how many days I'll take off, but this is the conclusion now of the 7 days recovery. And again, everybody does different types of recovery. I do appreciate the comment that was left that often the week after a marathon is the time when people catch bugs anyway. And because obviously the training and the racing puts our body through a lot of stuff. So yeah, something for me to reflect on and look. I hope you've enjoyed this in some way. And yeah, as the boy racers are here with their little scooters. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this recovery week. And as I said at the beginning, I'd love to hear from you. What kind of recovery do you do? And leave it in the comments below. Thumbs up, subscribe, and all that jazz. And I will be back. So see you all soon, guys. Bye bye bye. Although, having said that, should I be doing a bit of a Barry White impersonation? You're my first, my last, my everything. Do 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 do. Gonna have a bit of fun, eh? Catch you later, guys. Love you all. Bye bye.